Today we'll learn how to import data to Excel from CSV file with fixed width columns. So, for example, column date has always this number of signs. Merchant is always the same width, and products and so on have the same number of signs. So it's important that we will have too many spaces in some places. Okay, so to import using Power Query, we just go to Data tab and then from text CSV file, and I can find my file here. So just import it to Power Query. First to Power Query, then to Excel. And sometimes we can occur the situation when I can see only two columns with settings, but I have also the third column somewhere here, so I have to widen my window to see this last option. So let's start with file origin. So coding in this example, UTF-8 is okay. Then delimiter, we can see Power Query properly find that this is fixed width, and we can change it to some common delimiters or even create custom, but in our case fixed width is correct result. Then we have data type detection based on 200 rows, based on entire dataset, or do not detect data types. In our example, it looks that based on 200 rows, it looks okay. We have our headers and data looks good. We don't have any $sign because those values are recognized as currency. When we go with do not detect data type, we can see we have different column names and we have also $signs. So let's start with based on first type. So let's detect data type, but we will see that isn't correct approach in this example. So let's transform our data, and when the data is imported to Power Query, we can see we have a proper date. It looks merchant product looks good, revenue and cost also looks good as a currency. Yeah, we can see this $sign, but we have problems with text fields and our headers, because when I click on a header, we can see we have a name and some spaces at the end, and it's the case with each of our headers, because a fixed width means some spaces were added to match this fixed width. And we have also problems with elements in merchant and product columns. When we change date and revenue and cost to proper data types, we remove unnecessary spaces. But in case of, for example, product, we can see that here we can see that we have some additional spaces. So in most cases, when we import data with fixed width, we shouldn't rename columns and change data types and promote headers. We should, on the source data, select all columns, then go to transform tab, and here we can format and trim our data. So remove leading and trailing white spaces. Okay, now we can see we don't have those unnecessary spaces, and now we can go with use first row as headers, and now we have proper nice headers without any unnecessary space, and also our product names are without those spaces, but we have space inside of our product, for example, product names, and it looks nice. And now we can just load our data to Excel. So close and load to, and I want to load this as a table in the existing sheet here, and just press OK. I don't want to add to data model because we aren't working with Power Pivot. And we can see our data, and we have to remember that currency type doesn't mean that we add currency formatting when we import data, load data to Excel. We just have to add this currency type formatting ourselves in Excel. And fortunately, when we refresh the table, this data type, this number formatting stays with Excel.